AP Cram, Calculus AB, Free Response, Exam Review, Question 42, Fundamental Theorem of Calculus, and the Chain Rule. All right, so the twice differentiable functions f and g are defined for all real numbers x, okay? Values of f of x, f prime, g, and g prime for various values of x are given in this table. Evaluate the integral from -2 to 3 of f prime of g of x times g prime of x dx. All right, so this is actually really simple. It just requires you seeing a certain pattern. And once you figure out that riddle, you're on your way to solving the problem really quickly. I'll give you a moment to think. Okay, so basically, you're required to take the antiderivative of this integrand. And if you look at the integrand closely, you'll notice that it was a byproduct of the chain rule where you took the derivative of the outer function, which must have been f, and then you took the derivative of the inner function, which was g prime of x, and you took the derivative of the innermost thing and you get dx. Okay, so the fundamental theorem of calculus doesn't precisely say this, but integration, according to the fundamental theorem of calculus, undoes differentiation. It's kind of this long explanatory theorem that links integration and differentiation. And so if you integrate a derivative, you're taking the antiderivative. But if you integrate a derivative, you're just going to get the original function and all the differentiation extracted. So we can clearly see that based on the chain rule, the original antiderivative of this long derivative is just f of g of x, okay? So the integral from -2 to 3 of f prime of g of x times g prime of x dx is equivalent to f of g of x evaluated between 3 and -2. So basically, what the upper limit of the function, from that you subtract the lower limit whenever you look at your bounds of integration. So basically, we're subtracting f of g of -2 from f of g of 3. Okay, and so if you look at the table and you look at the g row, g of 3 is 1. That's where you get your 1 from here. And then g of, what do you call it? -2 is -1, so that's where you get the -1 from. And then if you continue on, f of 1 right here is going to give you 2, and then f of -1 is 8. Therefore, your final answer is -6. So yeah, this problem is pretty straightforward. It just takes you seeing the chain rule here, okay? So you have this innermost function, a second layer of function, then a third layer of function, all right? Okay.